The Ladies Auxiliary of Circle of Life understands the journey at the end of life is difficult, but it does not have to be taken alone.
At Circle of Life, we're able to provide exceptional care for our patients and for our families, but Ladies Auxiliary is that icing on our cake. We're able to do some of those things that are above and beyond. We had a single mom. She had 2 teenage special needs daughters. One was turning 18 and one was turning 21, and she had not been able to throw a birthday party for them. So we were able to bring everything together, help them to get a cake, and have a day that they could celebrate with all of them together. It was a special day.
The mission of the Ladies Auxiliary has 3 parts. One is advocacy, probably a very important part. Education, so that we educate ourselves. We're able to speak to others about hospice. And 3, philanthropic gifts. Dues are nominal, but the gifts are amazing that our members have made.
Women would like our organization for a couple of reasons. Number one, we don't have meetings on a regular basis. Women are busy and it's hard for them to fit something else into their busy schedule. But knowing that we don't have meetings doesn't mean that their influence cannot be felt.
My favorite Angel Fund story, it's hard to choose because there are many great Angel Fund stories, but I heard of a wedding that needed to happen before a patient passed away. And so the Angel Fund provided flowers, cake, whatever they needed to put on a wedding, and they actually were able to put on the wedding at Circle of Life before the patient passed away. I thought that was a tremendous story.
I think my favorite story may be the one about the family who had the infant and didn't have a long time with her, could not afford a family photograph. And our Angel Fund arranged for photographers so that this family could have some keepsake photographs that they otherwise would not have had. Circle of Life is all about quality of life at the end, and if we can improve that by something as simple as buying a milkshake or getting flowers or doing something else that will make that patient's life better. What a great way to know that your $25 is going to help someone.
It is so exciting to be a part of a collaborative group of women that are empowered to come together to make a tremendous difference in our community. And they can make a big difference in the lives of these hospice patients and their families. When everybody pulls their resources together, sometimes individually we can't do it a lot, but together we are empowered and can make a difference.
Hey guys, we are so excited to welcome you to the Angels Paying It Forward Impact Celebration. This year we are on Facebook Live, which is a little bit different than our usual gathering for lunch together, but we are so glad that you are making a point to make this a part of your day. It is going to be an absolutely incredible time together. We've got so much in store for you and we can't wait to get to it. My name is Carrie. I am the co-host of the KLRC Morning Show. We're actually doing the Facebook Live from the KLRC studios in downtown Siloam Springs, so I'm excited to invite you into my home. So thanks for being here with us. It's going to be an absolutely incredible time this year, and I'm super excited because this year I have a co-host with me, and I want to introduce you to someone that you might already know because she's an Impact member as well. Meet Alison.
I'm so glad to be here. I'm Alison Mcelroy. I'm a lifetime member and just love this organization, love being here today, and so glad to be here. So now is the time for you to start your own Facebook watch party. All you have to do is click share at the bottom and then hit host a watch party, and it'll happen for you. Those of you who do that for us are going to be entered to win this beautiful Michael Kors purse, which was donated by Dillard's and Rogers. There's also a matching wallet. Don't forget that. I'm like Vanna White. So it's easy to do, but the more we share it, the more people will hear about our message today. So please join us and create your own watch party.
So guys, this is our 6th year of making an impact through the Ladies Auxiliary, and we're thrilled to let you know there are over 500 women who are making it possible for this to happen and for these wishes and needs to be granted. So not only are your donations making a huge impact on Circle of Life and what they're able to do, it's also spreading awareness in the community and helping people know more about Circle of Life and what they do to serve our families here in Northwest Arkansas. So I just want to say a big thank you to all 500 of you for making a huge impact.
Thank you, Carrie. So, needs and wishes of the Angel Fund are being fulfilled every week, and that's why we're here to celebrate today. We have so many special things to share with you today. There's also an exciting secret special guest that's going to pop in, so you want to stay tuned because it's top secret information. And then last but not least, if we were together, we would be having coffee and mimosas. So, we're not together, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't run right now and get your coffee and your mimosa ready so that we can share all this wonderful goodness with you.
I want to say a big thank you on behalf of everyone from Circle of Life for what you're doing to make a difference. Every time you make a donation or sew a mask or even share a Facebook post, you are helping spread the word about what Circle of Life is doing, and it's really making a difference. You know, during this pandemic, a lot has changed, but one thing that hasn't changed is the need for hospice care. And the staff at Circle of Life is out in the community every single day, making sure that our community members are loved on at a really difficult season of their life when they need hospice care. So thank you for supporting them.
You know, there's a question all the time. I've had the question, and lots of our auxiliary members have had the question about, what does it look like when it's time to call hospice care? What do we do? How do we know when to make that decision? So people are always nervous about making that decision or going to that next step. And so it's like you don't ever know when it's time to have someone come to your house.
So if you've been asking any of those questions, we've got some great information for you. Tamara Mondello sat down with Nancy Swearingen. Tamara is a Circle of Life liaison. Nancy is one of the Ladies Auxiliary founders, and they want to answer all of your questions, so stay tuned to hear from them.
Ladies, welcome to this little chat that we're going to have about referring patients to hospice. I know that when we're together sometimes, we give you the number and say, put this in your contact list so that you'll have it if you need to refer yourself or if you have a friend that needs that information. But one of the big questions that I know we all have is what happens when you make that phone call? Who answers the phone and what happens next? So today we're talking with Tamara, who is a liaison person with hospice, and she's going to give us some information that will help us better understand the process. So Tamara, welcome. Glad you're here. Let's start from the beginning. I make a phone call, somebody answers the phone.
Yes.
What are they going to ask me? What do I need to tell them? And then what happens next?
Well, it's a great question, Nancy, because first of all, making that phone call is a big step.
Yes.
And when you call, know that we're really excited that you called because we want to help you. And we'll be gathering information from you and setting you up with a nurse, a liaison like myself, so that we can determine a good time to come out and visit with you or visit with you over the phone, whichever is most comfortable for you.
And sometimes that takes place in the hospital?
Sometimes it takes place in the hospital if your loved one is in the hospital. It could take place in a clinic. It could take place in a home, wherever you're most comfortable with. We make visits everywhere, and a lot of times it's for information. Mm-hmm. That's the best time because then you're getting information in advance. And a lot of people really don't understand what hospice is. I hear all the time, I'm not ready for hospice, I'm not dying tomorrow, and that's not what it's about.
Right.
You know, we really like to talk about what hospice is and how it can benefit someone for a longer period of time. So we like to have those phone calls coming in, and we like to have the time to spend with families and patients and educate them.
Okay. So how do you determine whether a person is ready for hospice?
Well, I really feel like no one is ever ready for hospice.
Good point.
So the way I approach that is anytime I come out to talk with someone about hospice, I don't bring up the word hospice, and we don't talk about that in the beginning. We just sit down and talk about what's going on.
Okay.
Tell me about your loved one. Tell me what's going on, what's happening. And that conversation opens up a lot about what's happening with health, sometimes what's happening, going on with them in the home. And through that conversation, you can really determine what the needs are. Sometimes people are still seeing their doctor and still doing treatments, and that's okay. And so to educate them on a point where maybe the treatments are no longer working and they've decided that they're tired of going to the doctor or they're tired of going to the hospital, at that point then they might be ready for hospice. But if you educate them in the beginning on what hospice looks like, then they understand. And it's not so scary then. I have people tell me all the time, I had no idea that hospice could be that wonderful. I had no idea I had that benefit. And all it was sitting down and having a conversation. And by the end of it, they're like, I'm almost ready for hospice now.
Right.
Sounds wonderful, you know.
If a person is not quite qualified for it, there's something called care navigation. Can you speak a little bit to that?
We have a wonderful program that we developed because we learned real quick that we were missing several patients who were either not ready for hospice because they were continuing treatment, or they were ready for hospice and didn't quite qualify. And so we developed a program to help them with some social work, help them get connected in the community with different resources, and also provide a nurse to come out and reassess them to see when they would be eligible for hospice. And it's been a great program to kind of follow them, build relationships with them. And what we found would happen is some of our patients that were on hospice that got better and were taken off of hospice didn't want to be off hospice, and so we ended up keeping them on our care navigation program as well. Good. So it's just another great resource to connect to patients and families and connect them with other resources in the community and build that relationship.
Okay. Well, this has been very helpful information, Tamara. Is there anything that you would like to say sort of as in closing to just be reassuring to our members out here who may feel like I'm almost ready to make that call for a family member or to refer a friend, but I just need that last little to give me the courage to do it?
Well, I think that I would like for you to feel comfortable in making that call, just to be assured that making the call, having someone come out and just share education and talk about the situation and let us help you navigate through whatever is going on with your loved one or your friend, to kind of help you understand what are the next steps. And the next steps may not be today or tomorrow or next week. It might be next year, and that's okay.
Well, Tamara, thank you so much for spending some time with us today to help clarify some of these questions that some of us don't even want to ask because we're so nervous about it. We don't even want to ask the question. So ladies in the auxiliary, I encourage you to keep that phone number in your contact list. We'll make sure that you have it again, and use that, and don't be afraid to make that call yourself or to talk to a friend or a relative who you think could benefit from Circle of Life services, because learning never ends, and this is an opportunity for you to reap the benefits that Circle of Life offers through education with Tamara, just like that. So thank you so much.
Well, hello and welcome to our Ladies Auxiliary Angels Paying It Forward virtual event. My name is Catherine Grubbs, and I am being filmed today in our children's playroom here at Legacy Village. A wonderful place for the kids to come when they have family members in our inpatient facility to come blow off some steam and be loud and have a little joy in their day. I have the privilege today of talking about a very special award. I know you just heard about the importance of advocacy from Tamara and Nancy, and how important it is that we get the word out about what Circle of Life is able to provide to people in our community. One of our greatest advocates in this community was a lady by the name of Jeretta Hardwick, and she is the one that our Ladies Auxiliary Woman of Excellence Award was named after. This award began in 2019, and it is awarded every year to a Ladies Auxiliary member who has shown a real passion not only for serving Circle of Life, the patients and families that we serve, but also our community at large. So I'm very happy for you all to see who received the award for 2020.
Hey, gorgeous! Oh my gosh! It's all of you!
It is! How are you?
How are y'all?
You look lovely.
Lord!
Thank you so much for letting us, crash your house and let us get you on film today. But I have to say, we were completely honest.
Oh, what are you?
So Kim, these are for you.
Oh my gosh!
Beginning in 2019, the Circle of Life Angels Paying It Forward honor an outstanding Ladies Auxiliary member each year who exemplifies dedication and devotion and service of their community and Circle of Life patients and families.
Gosh.
The individual receiving the Jeretta Hardwick Woman of Excellence Award demonstrates tremendous passion and a genuine commitment to advocacy, volunteerism, and philanthropy, consistent with the namesake of the award. It is my distinct pleasure to present the Jeretta Hardwick Woman of Excellence Award to Mrs. Kim Simpson. Congratulations! So deserving.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry we were completely honest, but we had to do it.
Y'all pulled it off!
Congratulations!
Oh my gosh, thank you so much!
You're welcome. Well, so
An
well
honor.
deserved.
Oh my goodness!
We appreciate everything that you do for Circle of
Oh,
Life.
thank you. I love every minute of it too. Love it.
Very well deserved. We're very excited this year to present the Circle of Life Ladies Auxiliary Angels Paying It Forward Award to Mrs. Kim Simpson. Kim is a wonderful advocate for Circle of Life. She's a wonderful supporter of the organization. She's an incredibly active volunteer, and we are so excited to be able to present the Jeretta Hardwick Woman of Excellence Award to Kim Simpson.
Congratulations, Kim. We are so excited for you. What an honor. And thank you to Joyce Pollard. She nominated Kim for this award, and we all agree with Joyce that Kim is very deserving of it.
We can't do the work without people like you that make a difference. And so it's so good to celebrate you today. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Wish I could have been there to celebrate with those balloons and stuff. Now, that means that next year we'll have nominations that'll be open for someone else to win the Jeretta Hardwick Award. So those nominations will be accepted in January. So start thinking about all these angels around us that are doing these good works, because we want to recognize them. So be sure and nominate somebody.
So one of my favorite parts of this event, and I know it's yours too, is getting to hear the stories about how your funds have actually been used to grant needs and wishes. And every year for the last few years, I've got to hear the stories from the volunteers and the staff at Circle of Life. This year, I actually got to experience a story for myself. There is a young man whose name is Titus that was a huge fan of Christian music and of KLRC, and we got connected to Titus as he was going through end stages of cancer. Last summer, Titus and his family were going to join us for a concert at Faith and Family Night at Arvest Ballpark, but unfortunately Titus was not able to come to the concert because he was at Circle of Life and his doctor said it wasn't good for him to leave at the time. So we made some phone calls. I picked up the phone, I called Kelly, I called Dee, and I said, can we do something special for Titus? And Josh Wilson, who is a recording artist who has some incredible songs that he's written, one of Titus's favorite singers, said, you know what, let's do something special for him. So the staff at KLRC, Josh Wilson, Titus's family, and some of the staff at Circle of Life all got to gather around Titus's bed and sing together. And he got his own private concert that day. And I got to talk to his mom and hear the stories about what an impact that made on him. And the thing that it made me realize is that when you give to this fund, you don't just impact the person who's getting the wish granted or their family, you get to impact the entire community. And I was one of those community members who was impacted through Titus's story and the wish that got to come true for him. So I personally want to say thank you for making those kinds of moments happen.
Oh, that story, Carrie. I don't know, that will be something, I'd not heard that story, so I'm going to carry that with me the rest of today. And we have 3 other stories to share with you today. We're going to hear about Reese, who had 2 furry visitors. We're going to hear about Elise, who had a commitment ceremony to show her love for her partner. And then there was Melinda, who also had a private concert. So we're going to show those and share those with you now.
So often the question, why me, comes up regarding the mystery of suffering and disease, and rightly so. And I would also suggest that the why me is just as legitimate regarding the mystery of love and devotion. Why have I, out of the billions on the planet, why have I been singled out to experience the mystery and power of love? The beautiful thing for us about the abiding and forever love between Bill and Elise that is both inspiring and infectious. We are obviously celebrating a very special and unique kind of love today. Their love has inspired us to look at our own relationships and make necessary adjustments. We can't help but becoming more loving people the more time we spend with them. This ring I give you as a sign of the commitment of our forever love. This ring I give you as a sign of the commitment of our forever love. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and angels but do not have love, I am a noisy gong and a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and I understand all mysteries and have all knowledge, and if I have faith so as to remove mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable or resentful, it does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but it rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends.
I said some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Just a few more weekdays and then I'll fly away to the place where joys never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away. I'll fly away.
Hi ladies, it's Jill Donovan, and it has been a minute since we have been together, and I would have loved to have been there this year if they ever let me leave this office, but they don't. So in lieu of being there, I thought I would send a video to say hello, happy summer. It might not feel like a happy summer, but happy summer. If I were with you, probably what I would ask each one of you this time is, what new thing have you tried over the last 4 months? And how have you stewarded the time that you have been given, or that we've all been given? And then only after I've heard your answers, I would then tell you my answer, and that is I have tried the saxophone. And every day I committed to an hour, which is just too long actually because it's really hard to play, an hour of playing the saxophone, and it has brought me great joy. But it brought me to the point of thinking and talking to my kids about, and my family up here at work, about stewarding the time that we have. We're all given the same amount of time, and what new things have sprung up in our hearts that we could try. So I just want to encourage you to think of something new that you've wanted to try, or something that makes your heart come alive. It seems that we all have a little bit of extra time during this crazy season, and why not try something new? You never know where that will take you. So I want to encourage you to do that. I also want to encourage you, if you can, to donate to Ladies Auxiliary and or to become a lifetime member. I don't think I'm a lifetime member of anything. I used to be part of a book club that would send me books every month, but that wasn't lifetime. I want to be a lifetime member of something. So I am going to become a lifetime member by pledging $500. I don't think it's a pledge, it's a donation. It's not a pledge. I hereby pledge to donate $500 to the Ladies Auxiliary, to their angel fund. I know all the funds go to their angel fund, and I am proud to now be a lifetime member as of this video. I hope you will join me, and I really hope that at some point in the near future, I get to be together with you all again soon. I'll bring my sacks, and you can bring your new hobbies, and we can have an amazing time together. God bless every one of you, and have a great weekend.
Welcome to the Impact Celebration today. I am Dee Vaughn, and I am here in the beautiful chapel here in Bentonville, and I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your time with us today. I wish we could all be together in person, but since we can't, this is the next best thing, so I send you all a virtual hug from us, and we miss you, and we hope we get to see you again very, very soon. So I just wanted to do a little bit of recap over the year and say thank you, a sincere thank you for all of the gifts that you have given towards the Angel Fund and for truly paying it forward. When the ladies came and they said, we want to do something so that we can pay it forward, wow, they did it. We are making things happen every day, and I wish I could take you with me and you could go see all of those journeys. So I'm glad that we were able to share a few of those with you today. One of the benefits of doing this virtual today is that we get not only our members joining us, but we have a lot of ladies here that their friends have invited them to view. So we reach out to you and invite you to join us. We hope that you will do that today. You can just log on to our website. It's angelspayingitforward.org and join. It's a minimum $25 gift to join. And if you wanted to join as a lifetime member, that's a $500 gift. And then those of you that are members, I encourage you today to give a gift to help support our Angel Fund. We are making things happen, and you guys are touching patients and families every day. And just a reminder that $25, when we pull all that together, is making a huge difference. You know, a milkshake or some balloons or a dozen roses on your anniversary, it is making a huge difference for these families and at a special time for them and during their journeys. So I thank you for joining our patients and their families on that journey, and we thank you and look forward to seeing you when we can. Thank you.
All right. Another time's forgotten space. Your eyes shone through your mother's face. Wildflower seeds on sand and stone. May the four winds blow you safely home. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. I'll tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's tower that hangs about.
what a day this has been. This has been so fun. I hope after seeing all this, you will consider making a gift to the Angel Fund. I mean, to me, it is a no-brainer. I mean, your small gift of $25 or however much you want to give can do all the things we just showed you. And sometimes your gift of $25 can help 3 wishes come true or 3 needs be met. So please, please, please consider making a gift to the Angel Fund, because you want to feel like we feel right now all the time, and you will if you do that. So anyway, and weren't you surprised that Jill Donovan stopped by? Who knew we were going to get to see her again this year? So that was the big top secret surprise. I love my bracelet. I have both of them on today. I love mine, and I just thank her so much for all she's done for Circle of Life.
So if you want to get your rustic cuff bracelet, this one's mine. I love it this year. Guys, this is so blingy. I have 3 daughters. I'm totally going to have to hide this from them because they are going to steal it as soon as they see it. But this one's mine. And if you want yours, we would love to send one your way. When you purchase it, it helps continue to make these wishes come true for families. So there's a number on your screen right now. Should be down here or up there. You know how it is. There's a number on your screen. You can either text that number or call that number, and they will get you hooked up with one of these rustic cuff bracelets. And so thank you for doing that. The other thing about it, every time you wear your cuff bracelet, I do this all the time. I get so many questions. Where'd you get the bracelet? It's such a great way to talk about Circle of Life and your connection with them and how they're impacting the community. So get the bracelet, wear it everywhere, tell everybody about Circle of Life. So thank you so much for doing that. Alison and I, we really hope that you enjoyed this virtual luncheon. It has been so much fun hanging out with you guys through this technology kind of way. I know it's different this year, but we're so thankful for you guys supporting us. The cool thing about taking this online, we can actually reach more people than we ever could if we were gathered together in person. So if you haven't shared this video, it's not too late. Go ahead and share this with your friends. Let your friends on social media know about the impact that you're making through this program. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have questions about hospice care or any of the things that Circle of Life is doing for your family, for a neighbor, for somebody that you know, we're putting a number on the screen right now. We really do want to be there to support you and help you through it. There are some people there who can answer all of your questions, so don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions whatsoever. So this has been fun. We've laughed, we've cried, we've laughed some more. We're going to give away some really cool stuff. Hopefully you've either had like a caffeine high from your coffee, or maybe you're still working on that mimosa. So I hope you've had as much fun as we have. Alison, it has been a blast having you join me this year.
I had a blast. I'm thrilled that I got to be a part of it.
Well, I'm thankful for you being a part of the Ladies Auxiliary. You are making this possible too. So it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for being with us today. And thank you, Carrie. I had a blast. Let's take this show on the road.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Thanks, everybody.